The issue of faith-based groups is an area in particular that does come up here and there. I was speaking before, we're trying to make the distinction in terms of mandate, governance, the advocacy groups versus the operational groups. Many faith-based groups, of course, are primarily advocate-oriented, or they're working in their own country. For those who are international and involved both in advocacy and international operations, there often are issues which are very particular to their particular mandate, which sometimes does get in the way. But before I get into that, first off, just keep in mind that all faiths and all religions, virtually, that I'm aware of in the world, have some aspect of help the poor, feed the hungry, as a value, as a commandment, as a vision, as a particular focus that you as a believer in that religion or in that creed should have or should at least follow. Again, not that everyone does, but you'll find in most major religions in the world that this is a value that is encouraged. Another word that I need to define, because for some people this is not well understood, there is the verb in English to proselytize, or to proselytism, which is proselytize in the sense of missionary work, of conversion from me as a missionary, I'm there to do particular work, but I'm also there to proselytize. So that would be to convert you to my religion. And of course, there's a long history in the world of missionary work, and obviously a lot of good work that has been done around the world over the centuries. There are also a lot of cultural and national pride issues and sensitivities that come into play in any situation where you're in a relief operation development program and for example, it's food and Bible, or food and my creed, or if you are in this clinic and I'm providing you food assistance or medicine to help save your child, and at the same time I'm going to talk to you about why I'm here, my faith, whatever that might be. There's a quid pro quo there where people very quickly understand that in order to get the help, I need to accept this. And what we're always concerned about is that there not be a precondition to any type of aid for any reason, religious or otherwise. So what happens then in many countries is that there can be a real or perceived priority for NGOs' operations in the countries where religious conversion can be seen to be an issue. And this typically happens again with faith-based organizations who are known to be managed and run by that particular religion or that faith or that church. Now there are many groups, to be fair, who are very, very clear about this, that they have their personal motivation, the reason why they are there to help and support and run these programs, but they have a very, very clear line that in the field they are not involved at all in any type of proselytization whatsoever. And they need to put this up front oftentimes, and it will be in their terms of engagement and their what we call a memorandum of understanding or operational agreement with the host government. So just so there's no misunderstanding, there are many, many faith-based organizations who are very successful in the field with operations that have no missionary work involved at all. But there's a perception often that does get in the way, and they will be the first ones to tell you that they constantly have to remind communities and governments where they work that this is not what they're about. Because again, many of these countries are simply concerned about religious conversion, that certain communities that are disadvantaged in that may well decide to convert to a particular religion because it's seen to be a way to feed their families, feed themselves, obtain that resource, the health support, whatever, as I've explained. And that, of course, is very important, that it not be a quid pro quo situation.